This is a story time on how I got chased out the school by two thugs. All right, they are now really thugs. All right, so let me tell you how this all happened. Like I said, on YouTube, this not gonna be edited. So if you on YouTube, you watching on YouTube, I'm not editing this. So boom, right? Look, this all started because I was like, okay, look, let me tell you what happened. I was, I had this class one day, and I ain't gonna lie, I didn't want to go to the class because I ain't like, it's not y'all like, I'm gonna sound like a hoe when I say this, bro. Y'all ever been like, y'all ever like y'all ever like, okay, say y'all got a bully in school, right? Not even a bully, like just a class clown, just do dumb stuff, right? And he's in the class, y'all don't want to be in there. That's basically what I was doing. So I didn't want to be in there cause like, yo, I don't want this nigga do no dumb stuff to me. I ain't gonna lie. Later down the line, that nigga, he ended up smacking my neck like hard as a mug. I started crying in school. I started crying my head on the desk. It was a, we had a pizza party for something. We had a pizza party. I was eating my head down 'cause, like I don't like people watching me eat. That's weird. So I was eating my head down, and they came behind me and just slapped my neck. I just started crying. I ain't gonna lie, it just like, I ain't gonna lie. Looking back, I should have did something. I ain't gonna lie. But look, that's the reason why I first started skipping class. Now, when I was skipping class, I met these two niggas. It was actually three of them. It was actually a group. It was them two, and it was these two niggas was brother. They was a brother. It was them two, and it was a fat chubby nigga, right? So boom, I was skipping, and I found like a skipping spot, and they was in there. And when I walked in there, I was like, oh snap! They're like, what you skipping? Like, yeah. They like, come in. So boom, I think too many people started skipping in that spot. That spot got like patched. Like the dean and them started finding out about it. So they was on that spot. So now we gotta find a new spot. So I don't know if y'all school did it, but they used to give us school IDs. And I ain't gonna lie, at this time, like we had school IDs, but like we was just like boom, like we like now when we skipping, we just roaming around the halls, just running around and hiding. But then this little white kid, I ain't gonna lie, bro was weird. He was weird. And he showed me this song. Can I even play that song on here? The song go like, just make sure you tell my family it's too late. Alright, look. So he's a little weird white kid. I ain't gonna lie. He's a little weird white kid. He got me in a lot. I ain't gonna lie. He got us in a lot of trouble. Check. Do not hang, bro. Do not hang around people to try to fit in. Never do that. Just be yourself when I tell you. It's, just trust me. Just trust me. Please trust me. So look, I started hanging with these niggas, right? This little nigga must be like a, what do you even call them people? Like what's some people that call like that like appear in your life and like they got exactly what you needed and they like it's for you. Like it's trying to, that's like a weirdo. I ain't gonna lie. But look, this nigga, like somehow, like he started skipping with us too. I don't know why this nigga was skipping. He's just a weirdo. I don't know why he was skipping. But look, he just started skipping with us, and he was like, "Hold on, I got a trick. I got a trick." Nigga pulled out his student ID and he like he broke into the computer lab, and then I ain't gonna lie, we went in that computer lab. I ain't gonna lie, we was doing that for like, we was doing that method, did a computer lab method for like, we did that for like a month. I ain't gonna lie, we used to break in the computer lab and skip for like a month. They nobody never caught on. We used to break in. So like one time, I think someone must have saw us breaking in, and they tried to use a method and they got the spot raided. So now, the next day after that, we broke in, and as we skipping, like 5 deans raided that joint, bro. So as they raid, like when they came in that joint, I ain't gonna lie. So like I told y'all, hold on, it was 5 of us now. The white boy, and the chubby dude here in the, what's that thing called? A little cubby that look like, what this shit called? Is that what it's called? Cubby? It's the closet that the teachers keep all the snacks in. I think it's called. Is it called a cabinet? It might be a cabinet. I don't know. But look, the chubby dude and the white kid here and there, right? Me and one of the brothers hid under the desk. Like, I don't know, big desk the teachers be having. They let us go under there. We hit under that joint. I don't know why. It was pushed to the wall for some reason. So as we pushed to the wall, we got under that joint, and the other brother hit over there on the computer. I ain't gonna lie. I knew these niggas was solid when they didn't. Just look, I ain't gonna break the board. So about 10 minutes went past. The dean's not leaving. They know somebody was in there. They knew somebody was in there. I ain't gonna lie. They wasn't leaving. They stood in there. The little white boy gave out. He said, "Nah, bro, I can't lie." He pushed the door open. He said, "Nah, I can't lie. Nah, it was hot. It was hot, bro." They didn't even do nothing to these niggas. They told the white nigga, they said, "Go to class. Go to class." Mind you, the dean was he was. Ain't nothing wrong. I ain't gonna lie. Ain't nothing wrong with being like liking your gender. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But like, I'm just saying, I got to tell the story. He was like a little bit sus. Like he was on that side, but he was claiming he wasn't. Like we all knew he was. Everybody that teacher be claiming he not sus, but like, ain't nothing wrong. Like you're not gonna judge you for it. Like I said, so boy, he was like go to class. He's a little zesty boy. I ain't gonna lie. So he was like go to class. About 5 more minutes later, other chubby dude came out the cabinet. Boom, he gave up too. They still sitting there for like 20 more minutes, no troll. When they left, it was lunchtime. I think we missed half our lunch. Now hold on. We came out, I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't taking that risk. I sent one of the brothers out, I said, go out check. And while I checked, no one was there. The computer lab had like 2 doors, okay? There was the main door, and it was a back door that had okay, the back door had like, if you open it, you're still inside the computer lab, but the door could just close, and there was like one box. You're inside one box. Then it was the exit. We checked the back door and the front door, cause like the front door, we put like what's them big sheets? Them big sheets of paper. Them big sheets of paper that it's white, but we had a black one though. It was like the big sticky note paper. We put the black ones over the door, so when we were skipping, nobody was able to see us. Like when we come in, like when they walk past or something. So this nigga was scared to lift the paper up because he didn't want, like, just in case the things was still there, he didn't want to lift the paper up and they see him. Then boom, he cooked. I ain't gonna lie. I thought he was really gonna get caught. I was ready about to jump right back under the desk. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I was ready to jump back under the desk. My whole plan was to sacrifice these niggas. Like, I wanted them to get caught so they could think, okay, that's everybody that was in there, and I can leave. But they ended up actually leaving, and then boom. And this the reason why niggas chasing me. Boom, we went to lunch, right? I'm pretty sure this is the reason why niggas chasing me. I remember, if I remember right. I don't know if I remember. I don't know. But look. So boom, we had lunch with Ian. I ain't gonna lie. I think these niggas was saying like stop talking about or something. You think I be committed a bank robbery, gang? They like talk about it. Mind you, I'm just speaking like mind you, I didn't talk about I was a loner. I was a weirdo. I was thinking to myself. I was talking to myself. Like I was like on someone like, no, we really just put that off. And niggas like stop talking. And them niggas acting weird since then. I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they set me up on purpose. I ain't gonna no. But look, boom. We ate lunch. We went to class. I think it was our last class. That was it for the day. These niggas, okay. They used to live like, okay. Say this is my house, right? I got a parking lot on my back. You walk out the parking lot and go up there to the hill. And they used to live up there in the cut. So it wasn't live far from me. So I ain't gonna lie. If I would have got chased, like, I ain't gonna lie. I got the story. So look. Boom. The next day they come. It's like Wednesday. It was like Wednesday. It was acting weird the whole week until Friday. So look. The dog's barking, gang. Can I hear the barks? At least somebody at the door, but I don't feel like gonna get it though. Alright, somebody gonna get it. So look. These niggas, the next day, right? I'm like, alright, what we doing? Like, cause like, they made me addicted to. They got me addicted to like skipping. They got me addicted to skipping basically. Cause me skipping was only be a one-time thing. They got me addicted to skipping. So now, the next day I come to school, I'm like, y'all, we doing about to skip this class, right? Let's skip this class, right? Like, nah, bro, they don't weird. Like a weird. It's like, nah, we ain't with it. But I felt like y'all ever feel like it be y'all ever want to do something with a group that y'all be doing, and then everybody just don't want to do it but you, and you feel like now you're the problem. That's what I feel like. I feel like, oh, like what I do. Like I'm thinking these niggas trying to be weird to me. So, alright, that's cool. We ain't got to skip. But you know me, I really didn't want to go to that class, so I started skip. I skipped by myself. I ain't need them niggas to be honest. I skipped by myself. So the next day after that, they still wasn't down to skip. So it was like, it was Friday. It was Friday. Yes, this was the day it all happened. So it was Friday, and I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. I was trying to go to skip. So the white boy was still here though. Don't forget about the white boy. So the white boy, he was like, what did he say? What did he say? When I was trying to skip, and I was like, I think I was like, why these niggas being weird or something? I don't remember. But I just told him like these niggas be weird. They ain't trying to skip. This nigga was trying to convince them to skip. Who is? Who is? Look, so look. Like he was trying, the white dude, the white boy was trying to still convince them to skip. What happened to this nigga? I ain't gonna lie. I wonder where he at. Now he probably in a country town. I ain't gonna lie. But look, the white dude was still trying to convince them to skip. And they was like, nah, they not going. They not going. I felt like it was me. So I was like, I pulled the line. I was like, all right, I'm gonna go to class. I'm gonna go to class. And I sent him to see if they still was gonna try to skip. I ain't gonna lie, they contemplated a little bit. They was still like, nah. I'm like, oh shit, it's not me. So after that, we went to go skip. I ain't gonna lie. This nigga was doing the dumbest stuff. Y'all know the little school, like, what is it called? What is it called? What is it called with the teacher lounge? This nigga went to the teacher lounge. He ate their snacks out the refrigerator. He warmed up some noodles. I ain't gonna lie. I had some noodles in my backpack too. I crunched them joints up and threw the seasoning pack in that joint. Just ate it like that. I ain't gonna lie. But this nigga went in there. He heated up noodles game. After that, we started roaming the hall. Like, we didn't go to the computer lab. We didn't go to the business taking that risk. We started roaming the hall. And randomly, this nigga grabbed a fire extinguisher and started spraying that jank. I don't know why. I ain't gonna lie. My brother got blamed for it. They said it was me and my brother. It wasn't. It was me and white dude. I never told nobody that wasn't him. So look. Swing it. Oh nah. That don't tweak onto look. I don't care if I get banned on TikTok for it. But look. So he was going spraying it. I ain't gonna lie, I wasn't with that. So when he was spraying it, I guess they still caught me on the camera and said I was with it. But when he started spraying it, I ran off. So it probably did like I was with it. I ran, but I ran off. I ain't gonna lie, I went to class. We had lunch in like 5 to 2 minutes. One of those. It was very close though. So I thought we get caught. I ain't gonna lie. After I ate lunch, all this, I ain't gonna lie, I went to class. All right, look, let me tell y'all. My last class. This was the last class. I had class with the brothers. I ain't gonna lie. I was in class and this nigga was like, y'all ever know a nigga who be tipped like a nigga just be fishing a bully or something? So this nigga was like, he was like bumping me, like he was like let me see y'all. One thing he did, he bumped me like, oh watch out. But I thought he was playing. I thought he was trolling. So I'm like, alright, let's go. I was playing like watch out, but he did it on purpose. Like not even 5 minutes. Like 3 minutes later, this nigga go. I'm walking, this nigga clipped me up. I'm like, oh, what you doing? So now I'm weirded out. I'm like, oh, this nigga playing or is he serious? Cause like, I ain't gonna lie, it get deep into school, bro. I used to always think he was trying to jump me. I still think that to this day. So look, after he did that, I'm like, all right, that's something weird. So he did something. He did something to me. I forgot what it was. He did something to me and blamed it on me. Then he pushed me. So after he did that, I pushed him back. Then he started pressing me. Like, y'all know what pressing is? Like, when somebody, like, they grab you by your underarm and start pressing you to the wall. He did that to me. Mind you, I was never the type to play. So I thought he was playing. So I did it back to him. I got him over in the corner and I put him against the wall. And the teacher was like, hey, stop. And I swear to God, no troll. He said, watch out the school. My face went from this to this. I think this nigga trolling. No troll, gang. So, the whole time I'm in school now, I ain't gonna lie, I'm panicking. I'm like, yo, what I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna lie. I swear to God, I thought about every type of method of how I'm gonna get home. I thought about ways I never went before and all that. I was like, all right. So after that, I ain't gonna lie, I was waiting for the bell to ring so I could get out of there and just run. I ain't gonna lie. Like I used to wait for my two brothers and my sister. Cause we gotta go to my brother's school was like right across the street, like down the street, down the hill. I used to wait for we used to have to wait for my sister, I used to wait for my sister and my brother, and we had to go get him. I ain't gonna lie. I didn't do none of that, gang. So look, it's like 250. I ain't gonna lie. I was every second I was counting down and thinking about what I'm gonna do. I ain't gonna lie. At the end I freeballed. Oh shit. At the end I freeballed it, right? So when he had 259, I was already at the door. He was a nigga that always worked until 3, until the bill ring. So he still gotta put all this stuff up, right? I ain't gonna lie, I'm like, alright, bet. I got a head start. So when the bill rung, I'm gone. I'm out of there, right? I go down the street. I run down this straight hill, like towards my brother's school, right? I'm running, right? I ain't even running. I'm jogging, like, I'm like this. I'm like this. I'm like walking fast like that, right? So look, I ain't gonna lie. I'm walking fast just in case, cause I know in my mind, I know when I see this nigga, I know this nigga's gonna come. Pause, bro. I know this nigga about to come after me, right? So in my head, I'm walking fast. So like when I see this nigga, I'ma break. No troll, I'm really gonna break. No bullshit. I'm walking like this. I'm walking backwards. You my man. I think I see my brother too. You my man. I look back. Him and his brother was chasing me, gang. They was already, nigga. When I look back, like I was looking back constantly, right, like this. When I look back, all I seen was 2 of them niggas spawn. Niggas was twins too. So now I break, gang. I bang a right. No, what's it? I say right. I bang a left. I'm just sprinting down this hill. I ain't gonna lie, right? So I'm sprinting. I ain't gonna lie. I ran like 5 minutes. I ain't gonna lie, I got tired. I stopped. These niggas was still running. I said, oh nah, ain't no beating these niggas. I stopped. I said I just got to this beating. I stopped. I started walking back towards them. I was like, come on, bro. What y'all want to do? What you trying to beat me for, bro? I ain't gonna lie. I was the B word, man. I was like, what y'all trying to beat me for? What y'all trying me for, bro? So these niggas grabbed me like this. It was like, they grabbed me. What they do? Like, what you running for? And by the grace of God, all I hear is a nigga with his window down say, hey, what y'all doing? Right? Now, in my head, I'm thinking I'm saved, right? A nigga say, hey, are you good? Now, if I'm thinking in my head, I can say no, and he will come over and stop these niggas right now. Or I can say yes, but if I said no, these niggas, they know where I live. We go to school. I gotta see these niggas again. So I had to say yeah. I said no, you my friends. We just playing. I think this nigga knew. He said you sure? He asked me I sure like 5 times. I said yeah. He still ended up. He said nah, y'all go the other way, youngin. Y'all go the other way. They got me up. I ain't gonna lie. I was about to leave them hanging. They got me messed up. They gonna kill me. I backed them up. I said all right, bro. I said we just playing. My mother when he lost, I told the nigga, I said thank you so much. I ain't gonna lie. And after that, I still was seeing them niggas. I ended up getting back cool with them niggas. I ain't gonna lie. But yeah, that's the story on how I got chased out of school. That's it. Isn't my TikTok going crazy? They was saying all types of wicked stuff, gang. I feel bad for TikTok. I can't even read TikTok chat because my screen's so blacked out. It's like it was doing everything. We got 2,000 likes. This is my first ever TikTok live. I don't know how this works. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all though. I'm gonna see TikTok. Hey, chat, I'm gonna see y'all too. Papa Math about to go live. Alright, look. That was a story on that, right? Let me say goodbye to YouTube. Alright, YouTube, we gonna see y'all. If you ain't gonna lie. Come to Twitch. We stream every day at 8:30. If not, we gonna stream a little later because we having technical difficulties. Twitch.tv/JDummy. I'm posting this just like this. I'm posting this raw. Y'all gonna see everything. I ain't gonna lie.